for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict.
Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick of my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm ballin' like a vet. Crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Then the juke move. Hustling, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. It is not a game, it is not a game. Banging on your chest when I come through the pain. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic.
Somebody to hold me. Something done woke up in me. I've been going crazy. I've been doing my thing. They not ready for me. Y'all been playing with me. No time for the silly games. Damn, it really must be so intimidating. But I gotta be great. That's the God up in me. Whoa, yeah. Somebody to hold me. I'm still cooking out the basement.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Green Bay Packers and the New England Patriots. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone. Touchback. Jones wants to throw to start things out here. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
From the 29, Jones. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. Throwing Jones. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Eric Stokes in on the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Jones. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Jones. He will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from evening this one up. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
But that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Jones on the return. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll find a man over the middle. Tutu Atwell. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And now we'll see punter Tyler Newsome. And the win last week, punted 4 times as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Patriots. Inside the 20. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. They'll try to run with Harris. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. These 2 teams all tied after 1. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers over the middle here. It's hauled in by Watson. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Now Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson from 3 yards out. And the Packers have taken the lead. Santoso now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Packers 14.
Santoso now to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And what a return. He's all the way down to the 30.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. The extra point try now for Santoso. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Santoso now to send this one away. This will be fielded inside to 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. And that pick 6, Charles, that moves it up now to a 3-touchdown advantage. A great individual defensive effort there to continue what has been a very lopsided first half.
And I better buckle in my seatbelt, right? Because you know, as a former DB, when I see a pick 6, I'm up and jumping up and down watching it. Yeah, I'm supposed to be neutral, but those kind of plays, they excite me every time. They are in absolute control of this one. Nice play there.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jones. And now here is another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let
me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Rodgers. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
Up and good for Santoso, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll get this one complete to Atwell. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Right back to Atwell. That's complete. Touchdown, Patriots. 2-2 Atwell. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Pats get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half from the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Cortland Sutton, 66 yards. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And the lead now up to 14. Santoso now to send this one away. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Up the middle, Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man is Atwell, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Harris running straight ahead. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that that can bring him down to the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Quay Walker. And now off to the races down the right side. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever is trying.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. But this one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
Extra point up and good from Santoso. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Santoso now to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Marcus Jones on the return. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now Jones on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Rodgers. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On now is the Packers punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Here's Jones on the return. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They go play action here on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 3-yard.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Green Bay, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll have another road game next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.